Hey guys, it's Timo from DimusTech, and today I'm going to show you how to transfer big files, and very big files, between two places, regardless if they're on the same network or not. So for this example, I'm going to transfer a small picture, that's it. I'm not going to use something big, but it doesn't really matter in this case. And in the past, what I would do is basically upload the file to my Google Drive, for example, or to some random big file share, I don't know, Jumbo Mail or whatsoever. Even Firefox now have some service of that kind, but they're all limited to the amount of files that you can send, or how big each file is, etc. And in addition, you are supposed to first of all upload the whole file, and only then send the link to your friend or whoever it is in order to download it. Well, there's no reason for that. Why would you upload to somewhere and then your friend will download it if you could just send them directly the file? I mean, if they could just download directly from you. I mean, the speed probably won't be good if your upload is limited or if their download is limited, but at least it will cut the time that you'll have to wait for the whole file to upload, and only then they will start the download. In my opinion, it's kind of better. And I actually found two good sites for that, and let me reveal them now. So it's Just Beam It and Take a File. And those two worked pretty well for me, and that's what we're going to use today. So basically it's very simple, you don't need to register. On Just Beam It, for example, you don't even have any option to register, more of that. And on Take a File you can actually register and log in, etc. But it will pretty much just give you your contacts if you save them, etc. It won't give you any additional options from what I understood. So we're going to use pretty much both of them, so you'll see. Let's start with Just Beam It. And what we can do is pretty much drag and drop it. That's it. Now we can add more files to that send operation, so you can send multiple files in the same sort of operation, I would call it, on the same link. And let's just send this one and we'll create the link. And two things are happening now. So first of all, it's waiting for a recipient, and it also created us a link, but we also have a QR code. That means that if you want to send something to your phone, or if you want to send between two phones, you can do that. More of that, Just Beam It also have an Android app. Not really sure regarding iPhones, but they do have an app on Android. I wouldn't say it's that good, you don't have to use it. As you can see, the link will expire after 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and copy that link. Now you can pretty much send it to your friend via whatever you want, mail, WhatsApp, Messenger, Facebook, wherever you want. For the next 10 minutes this link will be available. Now, as long as they start the download in those 10 minutes, everything will be okay. Even if the download will take 24 hours or something, if it's a very big file, it doesn't matter. So we're going to open the Internet Explorer, in my case, just to be like a different computer, since I just don't want to jump into different computers now, and there's no need. Anyway, it will use the internet even if you're in the same network. That's the kind of downside in that, but that's what it is. So let's enter to the link, and it will be pretty much, if you'll just use the QR code for your phone, if you just scan it, it will be pretty much the same. You just hit download. Now if you have multiple files, you'll see the multiple files here. Just click download, that's it, your download is now pretty much done, because it's a very small file and you can pretty much open it or save it, and that's pretty much it. It's just the logo of DimusTech, simple as that. So that's how that works. Very simple, and here as you can see it's completed. It will show you the percentage of the upload and download on both sides. It's not perfectly accurate, sometimes I think it even shows the speed. Again, it's not perfectly accurate, but it works. And it works pretty well. I actually sent some pretty big files to multiple people, and it worked pretty well. It's really good for me and my friend that sometimes we want to send raw footage from our cameras between each other, I think it's one of the best solutions. Now, in case of my friend, we just can use something even better, which is an app called Sync, if we just install it on both sides, but it's a little bit more advanced. The advantage here is that you don't need to install anything on any side. It's just a web link, nothing else. So even if you are at work and some particular ports like Sync, for example, uses torrent, and you can't use torrent at work, obviously, well, at least I hope you can't, you can still use that to send big files. Obviously you do that only if you're allowed, right? And let's now try the take file. So it's pretty much the same thing, you just drop the file. Let's do it the same way here. Drop it, and here you can actually do this. You can actually use the live transfer, or you can use the old and I think stupid thing, and I think stupid method in order to use the cloud upload. It's limited for 512 megabytes, speed it says is lower, and another small advantage here is actually that you can send the same file to multiple people. That's one of the downsides in direct transfer, live transfer as they call it here, that you need to send it each time for each person, from what I understand. I mean, maybe you can use the same link for a few people at once, but again, the speed will be limited. That's a little bit advantage of the cloud upload. So in our case, let's use the live stream. And you can add contacts if you're logged in. In our case, let's just hit the create link. And we have, I'll copy link. And as you can see, don't close until your friend clicks, obviously. And let's go to our Internet Explorer again. Paste the link. Oh, wow, this browser is not supported. Okay, for that we'll need to use some other browser. I don't think that I have Firefox, I do have Chrome, so give me a second, I'll open a new window in Chrome and we'll try that there. So I opened a new Chrome window, let's paste here the link, let's hope it will work between two incognito windows, and as you can see it's already transferring. That's pretty much it. You can, because photo, you can pretty much use download or just open the picture as is. In our cases, you'll just have the download option, that's it. And if you'll hit the download, it will just allow you to save it to your local drive, etc. And as you can see, both of them works pretty well. I didn't encounter any other sites like that work really well. I did encounter a few that, well, they claim that they can notice that if the two sites are on the same network, it will use local network. I never got those to work. Those two pretty much are as simple as it gets. They worked all the time for me from my tests, and I actually tested them quite a few times already. So if you want to send something, that's a very simple way to do that, and you don't need to register or anything. Now, before you jump and say, oh, that's a direct send, so I can send sensitive data between two people, don't do that. I mean, yeah, it's probably direct, but there's a slight chance that those websites do keep some cached data or something. So I wouldn't recommend to send any sensitive data. Probably they won't keep that or something, but again, I wouldn't use that for sensitive data. But for transferring files, it's a very good method in my opinion, and you don't have any size limit like on the other websites, which is the biggest advantage here in my opinion. Obviously I'll give a link to both of those sites in the description of the video, so you can check that out. And if you want to know more about the Sync app that I mentioned before, and you want to see that in action, and that I'll explain how it works and show it, obviously let me know in the comments and I'll create a video on that as well. Thank you for watching this DimusTech episode. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell so you won't miss any future video. And I'll see you on the next one.